is just one part of the history of Nigeria. Okay. Going forward again, because our time is fast, finishing. Wike has a message for all of you complaining about hardship. And you should be grateful that you're complaining about hardship. I think he's drunk here, or is it that his voice is finally giving up on him? Wike said you should all be grateful that Tinubu is aware that you are suffering. And he's doing something about it, he said.
All of you who are claiming that you are suffering, the price of food items are high, but also give kudos to Mr. President of trying everything, putting all this energy to see that food items, the prices are brought down. If you don't have good road, the price of goods will go up. If you have good roads, it's likely to reduce, because the transporters will always complain, why will we not add money? There's no good road. When we are coming from Jos, when we are coming from anywhere, our vehicles are stocked. A journey that will take us 1 day will take us 5 days. They add prices to all those food items. So by the time we finish even infrastructure in the city and in the rural areas, I think our lives will be different. It will no longer be we are suffering. But I can tell you, before the end of this administration of Mr. President, Nigerians will smile. We will never do anything that we know will not work. I know he means business. I know he's committed. The only problem we have, you must also ask yourself, these problems have been there for donkey years. For donkey years. Whether it was PDP, whether it was APC, whether it was military, these problems have been there. Even got to the level that we thought this country would have collapsed. But by his dexterity, by his commitment, he's putting measures which may temporarily be difficult, but which at the end of the day will all come to sing praises to God. And thank Mr. President for standing firm to do what is right. All of you who are
nuisance, Lele.
I don't know, maybe he's drunk or his life is already probably evaporating just right before him, like his voice is giving up on him. And if you think Wike is a clown, you haven't met Devil Umahi. I don't know which one's madness is more high grade or low grade, but you be the judge. Here meets the supposed Minister of Works for Nigeria, Devil Umahi, speaking to the people of Sokoto.
Of that moment to perform certain functions. And I believe strongly that by the divine coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the key things that God wants him to do is to realize this dream of 48 years, which no any other president had the courage to attempt. And this project is having 6 lanes. Normally 3 lanes is 11.55, but I've increased it to 12 meters so that vehicles can easily pass without touching themselves. And so the 6 lanes from Sokoto to Badagry, we have faced it in construction and funding. And the president, you must have to appreciate him. Even though he's from Southwest, he's a man who believes that every part of this country is his own. And that's why he said the Sokoto, when you look at the name of the road, it was called Badagry Sokoto during the Shagari administration. But it was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that changed it to Sokoto Badagry because he wants it to start from Sokoto, and that's why we are here to make his directive come true. And so we have faced this project, phase 1, 120 kilometers in Sokoto State. We further phase this 120 kilometer into phase 1A and phase 1B. We have awarded the contract through selective tendering procurement. And when people attack me, I've always said I've broken no law. Whether it's procurement, whether it's making sure this project is in the appropriation, I have broken no law. My PAM secretary is a technocrat and is a procurement officer. Even if I were going to break one, he will not let me break one. And so I'm not afraid of any attack. Our hands are very clean. This first phase is for 36 months, but the president will never let it be. He asked me, Umahi, how many years do you want to finish this project? I said, let me find out from the contractor. Now we had a meeting and agreed that this section is going to start in 3 independent sections, which means that the machines you see in one section is what you see in second section, is what you see in third section. And that is what we are going to do. So before 2027, this phase 1A will finish. Do you want phase 2A to finish? Sokoto people, do you want phase 1A, 1B to finish? Yeah, it's going to start around 2027. You know what to do. You did it before. You know what to do. The president you trust is the only one who will finish it. Because if others had the courage, 48 years, they would have attempted it. But no one did. A man of courage, a divine president. He will finish it, but he needs time to finish it. And like His Eminence said, we are working day and night. But 3 years is too small to finish. But we can finish in the next 6 years. Is it approved? Those in support say aye. We shall do it. We shall do it.
Nuisance lele.
I told you. I don't know which one is more foolish or more murder, but there are enough ass lickers, court jesters in Tinubu's illegitimate regime. Have you seen Alhaji Akpabiole? I was in Jima today when Kolu went to Jima. Alhaji Akpabiole was there. Kolu first saw Atiku. After seeing Atiku, hang on, no, that's not what I want to share with you. It's quite hilarious. Give me a sec. Okay, just 1 sec. So after seeing Atiku and greeting Atiku, then look into his right side. Did you see that Babariga mobile banking CEO? Yeah, that's him. See, normal. I don't think it's just me. Every time you look at Gandola's eyes, Ojuli, na Ogulogoli eyes, I they see. I don't know if it's just me. Like the way you go see Ojuli. Take a look at him again. Gandola. That is the chairman of APC. Uli Gidi, like Uli Ogulogoli. See the eyes, right? Allah is very patient too. Akpabiole was there. Alhaji Akpabiole. I've been waiting to go call Akpabio now to your long. Okay, he was there to also do what do you call it? To pray to Allah for I don't know. Here you get. But he was there, and he wasn't the only person. Another person that was spotted was Bukola Saraki. I'm trying to kind of put that up, but it's not popping up. So I'll share that with you. Yeah, Saraki. We're all there today in Abuja for Jumat prayer. See, my time is fast spent. I will just use this to say a very big thank you to all of us again. Last night, we had a guest here. You remember her? So who was having, who was supposed to have a book launch today. So there are some snippets from the event, right? So I'll share some of them with us now quickly. And apart from that, like, I need to say a very big thank you to all of you. So they had, survivors who attended, including debating and what do you call it? Debating and literary events for school children who came to debate the vices of human trafficking. Please enjoy.
Human trafficking and the subject in secondary school. Before I proceed, I would say human trafficking is a deadly behavior that must be curbed. But firstly, let's define human trafficking. Human trafficking is the legal trade, transport, transfer, or receipt of through force or coercion with the intent to exploit them for financial gain, labor, sexual services, and other purposes. It also involves manipulating individuals into situations where they are being controlled and often deprived of their freedom. Due to our research and notices, we've been made to know that India, Liberia, and China has the highest population of human trafficking, and it originated from Asia, Europe, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Here are some types of human trafficking. Organ trafficking. It involves exploiting individuals, removal of organs from individuals without their consent or for sales in the black market. Sex trafficking. Exploitation of individuals for sex. Child trafficking is the exploitation of child under 18 for any form of trafficking. And lastly, labor trafficking is the exploitation of individuals for forced labor which they are not paid for. Now let's look at some likely causes of human trafficking. I would say the causes of human trafficking are often interrelated and complex. The first cause of human trafficking is poverty. Poverty is a central life challenges that, if present in any woman's life, will make them act against their wish and vulnerable to traffickers. 2. Lack of education. Illiteracy plays a major role in human trafficking because when people are not educated, they cannot recognize and be aware of human trafficking. 3. Political instability or war during election. This is an act that can be stopped by government if possible, because war during election can make people more vulnerable to traffickers. Now let's look into some the topics, the reason why we are here today, which is reasons why government should include human trafficking as a subject in secondary school. Firstly, awareness.
For the winners, you'll be getting one copy for yourself with her signature on it. So please. I'll be adding for the winners, I'll send 5,000 naira each.
So it's like, short clip of what happened there today because of our time. But I'm going to leave you with one, a very quick one. A young lady that is really begging for help. I intend to send this video to African Wildlife. I know you are watching, okay? And I don't know if you have seen this. I do not know if this lady is still probably alive or not, okay? But the fact that she has called for help from Libya, a story.
Orúkọ mi ni Ọmọwùmí láti Ondo State Lílàámọ̀kè. Mo sick ni, mo sick kìkì, mo dẹ̀ nídìí help, mo fẹ́ padà sí Nàìjíríà. Mo nídìí help gidi, mo nídìí ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú fún mi. Ẹ má jẹ́ kú sí Libya. Ẹ bí mo ṣe wù tó. Bọ́gà mi ò dá sí mi mọ́ o. Bọ́gà mi lé mi dáhùn ni. Mo ní ọ̀sà. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ó sì àwọn tí àfẹ́sì ní tó ti jẹ gbogbo inú mi ilé jẹun láti bí oṣù kan sí ògì ni mò ń mọ́ ní kíkọ́. Ẹ̀kọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé bọ́gà mi ni mo sá kún lé mo lẹ̀ ti sanwó mi tán. Ẹ̀kọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé kí ni nǹkan tí ẹ ṣẹlẹ̀ gan? Ọjọ́ yẹn mo síkì. Mo lè sọ pé bọ́gà mi fẹ́ lọ tọ́jú ara mi pé mo dẹ̀ ní ìdòwò owó mi wà lọ́wọ́ wọn gbà ẹ̀. Mo ní ìdòwò ẹ bá mi sẹ́lẹ̀ fún ìyá mi yòókù mo fẹ́ lọ fi tọ́jú ara mi. Wọ́n fún mi ní owó tí màá fi tọ́jú ara mi. Wọ́n ní kí n máa lọ. Wọ́n gba síìmù mi. Wọ́n gba síìmù wọn ní kí n máa lọ. Mo lè sọ fún wọn pé mo fẹ́ lọ treat ara mi. Wọ́n ní wọn ní dì mí mọ́. Mo ní kò sí problem. Àtìgbà yẹn mi ní nọ́mbà wọn. Mo ṣe wá ní nọ́mbà wọn nínú ọdún yìí ni. Mo dẹ̀ sì bẹ̀ wọ́n. Nígbà tí mo wá sọ̀dọ̀ tí mo lò 2 days lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ láti Nàìjíríà ti bẹ̀ wọ́n ò gbọ́.
So I hope, because I mean, I don't know how you do it, but she made a video that she is currently trapped in Libya. She was trafficked to Libya, where they collected her phone, SIM card, and she's unwell. She's suffering from ulcer. According to her, she's not been able to eat well. She's only been drinking pap for the past month. She wants to go back to Nigeria, but they won't let her, right? She's done all the job. She's paid off all the money they demanded from her, but they still won't let her go. So she managed to make that video and put it on social media. I do not have any other detail, right, of how she can be tracked. But that is what it is like when you meet those who finally make it back to Nigeria, and they share their story, right? Honestly speaking, even when they tend to have recovered, right, the trauma, I don't think actually will leave them. That young girl is trapped in Libya, trafficked there. And I hope the concerned authority possibly will look into that and get her out. So the African Wahala, you probably should help us. However this is done, I don't know how you do it, okay? Or how you normally kind of go about this. For those ones back in Nigeria, in Rivers State today, the people of Rivers State protested of the hardship that they are facing in that contraption. They even carried the coffin, by the way. And on that note, we come to the end of this chapter. Oh yeah, this part of the chat this evening. So thank you so much, everyone. And I am going to open the line. Yeah, sure. Let's have a chat. So you can still phone in and be part of this, make your own contribution and all that, okay? Also, to everyone else who usually ask, how can we be of help or support this platform? This is what you can do. If you are not, using the PayPal as it is on the screen, yeah, the one that is scrolling under there, right? That's how you can support my platform. Apart from the sharing, the liking, and then the super chats. So to say, you can buy me a coffee. I kind of get a lot of response on that. So what you have to do is that if you are interested, Mayegun's Diary Political, what you have to do is take out your phone, put on the camera of your phone, and then just point it straight at the screen like that, and then that will be you. You will be able to get a link like this that can lead you to the right what do you call it, the right web where you can indeed support Mayegun. Others, remember, hear this, like it, and even subscribe onto the channel itself. If you actually enjoyed the chat this evening, I am going to be back in a minute or two. Okay? So, but if you have to leave as well, remember, share this. And if you haven't liked it as well, please do. Okay? I will be back in a minute or two. Thank you, far too kind, everyone, especially those who stayed back to still be the part of this last segment of the convo. I have a caller, the first caller this evening. Hello there.
Hello, my general.
Hey, the African Wahala, the prince. How are you today, Baba?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm a little bit exhausted because I was up late keeping up with the event,
Right.
the book launch event from Adenike. Yeah. And it was successful. Man, I just want to thank you, the members of the Temple of Truth. You put a big smile on that girl, and you've potentially saved hundreds of people. Even if we potentially saved just 10 people, that is still a solid impact. So we are really grateful for this opportunity. We are grateful that people also have the resources to donate. And most importantly, we have the vessel, which is Mayegun's Diary Political, to have these types of conversations and have a positive impact on the world. So thank you so much.
To be able to help. It was a wonderful
Yes,
experience for everyone, I would say. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was just in the chat now. She doesn't have a phone because her phone is broken. She was typing in with someone else's contact there. I told her to try and repair that phone. and join us on the Temple of Truth with your actual name, and just be a part of the conversation.
Is she watching, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, she's watching actually.
Oh,
She's watching with the username. Her username is Johnson Morire Damilola.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And where